Hey everybody, I am David, and today I'm going to be talking about Gotham Season 3, the third season in this young Batman knockoff of Smallville. No, I'm kidding, guys. I like Gotham, just like I like Smallville. But let's face it, it is a Smallville knockoff. Maybe I'll go into it one day. But anyways, let's talk about this season before I get sidetracked. What did I think of this season? Let's start off with, Edward Nygma. I thought Edward Nygma this season was fantastic. He is probably the highlight of the season for me. Edward Nygma in the beginning, we knew where he was going to go, and I think it delivered. The show really delivered on that on all fronts. Season 2, we got to see the peak of it, but season 3 really delivered on it. And I really liked the relationship between him and Penguin throughout this season, especially when Penguin had a little crush on Nygma. I thought that was a really interesting way of taking it. And then the betrayal happens because, Nygma doesn't swing that way, but Penguin does. And that crushes Penguin, and I kind of felt sorry for Penguin too, man. It's like I was kind of rooting for that relationship to happen. I would have been, I would have been interested to see if the writers would have taken it that way. I mean, come on, we're getting like other relationships on other DC TV shows like that, so why not? But no, they didn't take it that way. Unfortunately, Penguin got his little heart broken. And it ended the way it did. And I thought it was really great by the end of it. I like where it all ended up. In the finale, if you watched it, Riddler or Nygma gets frozen. Yeah, I guess he's Riddler now, right? So I guess I can start calling him that. There was also the Bruce Wayne aspect of this story of Gotham. We've been following Bruce from day one. And his parents are murdered. Now he gets to get into a little bit of training. I actually thought Bruce and Alfred were kind of lost in the shuffle this season. I felt the training was a bunch of bullshit. He only got, 3 episodes of training in fighting? But I guess Alfred has been training him a bit here and there as well. So, but yeah, the cool part about Bruce's story was the final episode, where we actually got to see him in a costume, kicking some ass, fighting crime, which will definitely, I think, be explored next season. So that's something to look forward to for season 4. But for the most part, I felt Bruce's story this season was kind of lacking. The Court of Owls felt like a waste to me. I felt like I don't even remember half the things that happened this season with the Court of Owls. I know it was introduced towards the end of season 2, but this season, I can't tell you anything that happened because that's how much it meant to me this season. I just did not care about the Court of Owls storyline. Same thing with Gordon. I forgot already everything that's happened with Gordon this season. He met his uncle or something, and he was part of the Court of Owls. You know what? Forget it. I just remember the last 2 episodes because that's the most fresh in my mind. But again, it shows you how much I didn't care about that storyline. We did get Ivy, who grew up finally. Literally, she grew up right in the beginning of the season, which I actually liked. I just wish they utilized more of her sex appeal because that's what Poison Ivy is known for. But I guess maybe the writers were a little worried because mentally she's still a young girl, but physically she is now older. So I thought they would have used a little bit more because that's what Poison Ivy is known for. But that's always something they can develop on a little bit more, especially since she should be around the same age as, mentally, she should be the same age as Catwoman, or Selina, who now has cat powers maybe? I don't know, I didn't see her use any cat powers. But she was always gymnastics, she was always physically active before, so I don't know why they... Anyways, Selina was cool this season, but mentally she should be the same age as Selina, and Selina uses her sex appeal a little bit because it was something Barbara had taught her at the end of season 1, I think. So, and Selina's kind of used that But again, even Selena, I felt, didn't really go anywhere this season. She was hanging out with the Bruce clone a bit. She was being emo this season. I think next season we'll see where she'll go. We did learn a lot of interesting tidbits in the finale, though. We learned that Butch, his real name is actually Cyrus Gold, who, if you know the comics, that's Solomon Grundy. Who Cyrus Gold was also used in Arrow, but they didn't really take him into that zombie territory. But knowing Gotham and its craziness once in a while, I think we will see Butch turn into that white-haired or albino zombie. So that should be interesting. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Leslie, I didn't like where they took Leslie this season either. I didn't like that her and Gordon were like having these fights. And then they did this whole like love triangle thing in the beginning, which was dumb. Reminded me of Smallville when Lex was with Lana and Lana was like a bitch to Clark. There was a lot of things that I liked and a lot of things I didn't like. I love the Jerome coming back, but he was only there for like 3 episodes. I really do think they need to bring back Jerome for more than just 3 episodes. We got him for 3 episodes in season 2, which were great episodes, and then we got him for 3 more in this season, which were another great batch of 3 episodes. It just shows how much of the fun the writers have with the character of the Joker. I think the Joker is just such a great character that lots of writers have fun playing with him. All in all, guys, look, I'm going to wrap this up and say that Gotham Season 3 is not the best season, but it's not the worst. I would put it in the middle of Season 2 being the best and Season 1 being the worst. I think Season 2 is in the middle. I think it had some good moments, but it also had not so great moments. And that's the thing with Gotham. It's not a well-written show, but it's a guilty pleasure of a show, I think. That I enjoy the wackiness that it does, the crazy ass ideas that it comes up with. But for the most part, it's not the best DC show on television. Definitely not. Obviously, the CW is killing it with that. So, I don't know. Tell me what you guys thought. Did you watch Gotham Season 2? And if so, tell me what you guys thought of it. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. And until next time, until next season, take care.